let's look at what unique role do you think the Southeast people can play as we approach 2027 to be able to fit into the Nigerian power dynamics?
You know, the problem with Southeast has always been lack of strategy. Any majority tribe in a country that is crying about marginalization is because they have not employed wisdom and tact. In the First Republic, the Yoruba was suffering the same thing, and they were crying marginalization, but they wisened up. If you check, Abiola had never been he had never actually had the support of the Southwest in all his political dealings, because he has always known that aligning with the Nigerian Federation is better than isolating yourself. That was why in June 12, in the Second Republic, Abiola was MPN. But eventually, they came to understand what he was doing. In the June 12, then he has built alliances. He has collaborated with all parts of Nigeria. And in June 12, he won. That is what the Igbo should be doing. They should emphasize cohesion among themselves and collaboration with other people. They should check their interest in whatever they are doing. In this present political alignment, if you say you want to support a TINUBU, how do you place the Igbo there? We'll be talking about 2039 before an Igbo man will be qualified to be president. That is the wisdom a TINUBU has above Igbo. And a lot of Igbo are moving in the name of defection. Sorry for you. And you're crying about marginalization. A president that cannot even give you the minister that is due for you. Now we have been reduced to one minister, one substantive minister. And then you are saying you want to align with him. If the Yoruba under TINUBU are suffering what we are suffering from the hand of TINUBU, will TINUBU lead the Yoruba to align with us? TINUBU did it before. He led the Yoruba against a Goodluck Jonathan because he himself wanted to be president. Then Goodluck Jonathan did not do 8 years. You know, when they talk about this hypocrisy of 8 years now, you will see the hypocrisy. TINUBU led the Yoruba, joined with the North against a Goodluck Jonathan that has not done 8 years. And they removed him. Why? Because he knew that if he's able to remove a Goodluck Jonathan, a Yoruba man will be vice president. And in the next 8 years will be president. Now, if Igbo comes and become as wise in 2027 and align with the North, and if there is a good agreement, they have the power to present president or vice in 2027, at least vice. And if we're able to remove TINUBU like he removed Jonathan, even if it is vice we can still get the president. But even if it is the vice, we'll be in Aso Rock. Today, the first 5 in Nigeria, no Igbo man is there. President, vice, Senate president, speaker, deputy Senate president. First 5 in Nigeria. Is that not blasphemous? Throughout everything TINUBU has ever led, the Igbos are not considered. Right from 2015. From 2015, Igbo has not come within the first 4. From 2015, within the first 4. No president, no vice, no Senate president, no speaker. And somebody is coming to preach to me saying 8 years. No, sorry. Every policy is local. In 2027, if Igbo should be wise, they will make an alignment that will remove a TINUBU so that they will either be president or vice. If we are vice, because what I am preaching is that in ADC, whoever wants to come in, whether South or not, will commit to 1 term to ensure the justice of 8 years is not defiled, so that Igbo by 2031 will still be eligible to contest for the presidency if they miss it in 2027, which we are eligible to contest if we are not doing this foolish calculation of saying you want to go to TINUBU. Will TINUBU come to us if we were in the same position Rotation has been done. Because in 2023, power has rotated from the north to the south. That has been done. The term of office of a president is 4 years, not 8 years. And this has been established because when Umaru Yar'Adua died, the north was not allowed to do 8 years. When Goodluck Jonathan came, he did only 1 term. And TINUBU was instrumental to the downfall of Goodluck Jonathan. So what are we saying? As Onyibo, as somebody from Southeast, as a Nigerian from Southeast extraction, I know that it will benefit my people more if they align with other tribes to remove TINUBU. And then we come in 2027, president or vice, and in 2031, by the grace of God, the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. So Igbo should strategize and be wise. They should talk about their interest. There's nothing like, let me tell you, every policy is local, policy about interest. There's nothing like tribalism in this. I said TINUBU did it. If we had free, fair, credible elections in this country, nobody would defect. Not one person. Because they know that the people are not with APC. They know that the people are not with TINUBU. But they have calculated that it is not the people that decide who governs them in Nigeria, because we don't have free and fair elections. That it is the government in power that uses the instrumentality of the state to impose anybody they like. So now that TINUBU is in power, they believe that they need him to use the federal might to ensure they are being in power. So it is one about self-preservation. Then secondly, it is so that their sins will be forgiven. Because once you get into APC, your sins are forgiven. Remember that in Delta State, EFCC, they were taking 1 person every week from the Delta government, including the former governor. They invited him. After they declared for APC, how many persons have been taken from Delta State since then? None. Their sins have been forgiven, or at least put in abeyance. So the governors are defective for 2 reasons: self-preservation and so that their sins will be forgiven. Because there is no saint amongst all of them. Not for any reason that has to do with security and welfare. Look at now, the whole international community saying that people are being killed, massacred in Nigeria. So which welfare? Look at the economy in tatters. And they will be reeling out very funny statistics that has nothing. You know what George Stanley, George Sylvester said? When a nation's growth rises on paper and the people sink in hunger, that is not progress. That is polished poverty wearing the mask of statistics. So all those statistics that are being reeled out when people are still wallowing in greater hunger and hardship, that's not progress. That is polished. They are polishing the poverty, suffering and smiling in the name of statistics. So whatever statistics these people are reeling out, as long as it's not translating to the welfare and security of the people, they are fictitious, fake, annoying, and should be disregarded.